It's your boy, Mo. Now, today we're back with another video. Today we're back to something a little different. I found something that's actually quite, you know, how am I going to say it? I found something that's actually quite worth watching. You know what I mean? We are watching a video called Food Theory. Chuck E. Cheese pizza, should you be scared? Now, if you don't know, I know this whole thing surfaced with Chuck E. Cheese and their food, maybe a couple years ago, where basically they basically was saying, like, I don't even think they tried to say that, but basically um Chuck E. Cheese was basically reusing the pizza that everybody ate. Like, y'all know, like, how when you go there, and I haven't been to Chuck E. Cheese since I was like maybe like 3 or 2 years old or something like that. I definitely do have a vivid memory of being there, but I have not been there during my time of actually being like conscious. You know what I mean? I have a vivid memory of it, but I don't remember everything. You know what I mean? I just remember being scared of the big ass animatronics though. But yeah, that's probably about it. But basically, they are saying that Chuck E. Cheese is basically when the kids done eating the food and shit. I think they would either go into the garbage, or they would take the trays with pizza slices still on it, and they will basically reserve it. Um, yeah, I guess that's what this video is gonna be about. I know about this from because I watched Shane Dawson back in like 2018, 2019, or it was one of those years, bro, in the 2010s. And I remember they was saying that Chuck E. Cheese was basically reusing the food that they was supposed to throw away after the people was done eating it. But the food basically wasn't fresh, basically. But yeah, I think we finna get to the video. I'm not going to, talk too much. You know what I mean? Because I really want to watch this, and we just trying to see, what's going on. Gotta get my memory refreshed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nope, not scary. This is just sad. Okay, everyone, listen up. I've been doing a lot of FNAF episodes over on Game Theory, alright? A lot. Some might even say too many. So if you want to make me scream, it's gonna take more than jump scares and a creepy pizza joint. Come at me with something new, something fresh, something different.
Well, if you want something fresh...
Nightmare Mangle, you have the floor.
That pizza you're eating was recycled from used pizzas.
Yeah!
I tried to say that.
Pieces that other patrons left behind, stuck them together to make a quote-unquote new pizza for you.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
I'm about to check out more of his channel too, because these are some interesting topics.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, where a theorist can be a theorist. If your upbringing was anything like mine, the go-to place for birthday parties when you were a kid was Chuck E. Cheese, or Showbiz Pizza if you harken back to the olden days like I do. Special honorable mention to Discovery Zone. You were great, but definitely a lot more birthday parties at Chuck E. Cheese, gotta admit. I mean, what is not to love here? Chuck E. Cheese has it all. Games, ball pits, slightly creepy animatronic bands, employees walking around in character suits, and of course, pizza. And that, my friends, is where today's theory begins, because there's a bizarre rumor that's been floating around the internet about the pizza served at Chuck E. Cheese. And it's been out there for over a decade. Blows my mind that this hasn't been proven or disproven
That definitely makes sense now. So I did hear about that in like 2010 or something like that. Not 2010, but the 2010s basically. So I mean like 2018, 2019 and down. It was one of them Johns, so like, yeah.
The theory is that
anything
if somebody at Chuck E. Cheese doesn't finish their whole pizza, the employees take it to the back, take those pieces off the tray, and then use them to form a new pizza to serve to customers. All of it is a means to save money. Now, why the heck would people think anything nearly this crazy? That is a bold claim to be making, because it is definitely illegal for a restaurant to secretly reserve leftovers to a different customer. But if you look around online, the quote-unquote evidence is there. Picture after picture after picture online documenting the strangely shaped Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, they didn't even. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. They ain't even tried with the third one. They just said, we don't give a fuck. We gonna serve that shit to your ass and you gonna eat it. Damn. Y'all see that shit? Like, bro, they don't give a fuck. Damn. Wait, I'm trying to look at the first one. Okay, the first one. Something's a little off with the middle piece. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you can tell that kind of don't have no pepperoni on it. They ain't even try with that shit. I mean, they kind of tried with it, I guess. This one, though? Yeah, I would have threw a fit. Yeah, plus me being Muslim, y'all, I would have threw a fit if I seen that damn pepperoni on there. Damn.
Pizza phenomenon. Slices that are different lengths, crust edges that don't line up, pepperonis that just don't match. But it was a
Wait, what? I didn't even see that. Wait. You can't really... Am I tripping? You can't really tell.
picture online documenting the strangely shaped Chuck E. Cheese pizza phenomenon. Slices that are different lengths, crust edges that don't line up, pepperonis that just don't match.
I didn't even see that, but the thing that really throws me off is the pepperoni, one pepperoni. That's how you know they didn't try with that shit.
A year ago when this conspiracy theory blew up big time here on YouTube. When a YouTuber who shall not be named went to Chuck E. Cheese to quote-unquote investigate the issue by ordering 2 pizzas and to find that he did indeed receive some janky-looking results.
I think it was Shane Dawson.
Million views later, the damage was done. Chuck E. Cheese is now filing for bankruptcy and becoming the literal embodiment of Five Nights at Freddy's. Don't get me wrong, I think there are a lot of reasons for their financial difficulties. Declining interest in arcade-style restaurants.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Somebody really need to come out with like a restaurant that's exactly like one of the FNAF ones. Because if they do, I guarantee you, me never having a job before, I would definitely work one of them jobs. But y'all need to make the people that work there, like the security guards and shit, y'all have to literally give them the same amount of pay as the niggas that work like construction and shit. So like every night or every end of the week, you get something that adds up to like 1,000 or like 900, something like that. But yeah. So I was basically saying, cause I think FNAF give you like, am I tripping? Or did they paycheck say like 100? That wouldn't even be enough in today's economy, or even back then when they had the game. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, like I feel like them motherfuckers should be getting paid the same amount as like the you know, if I end up like I'm dumb. But yeah, basically we just gonna use the example. If I was to end up working at one of the places, as dangerous as it is, cause I will do that. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, like y'all don't understand how crazy it is to literally be trying to find a job. Cause like think about it like this. I think it will perfectly fit with my schedule too. Cause just think, I'm at the gym during the daytime, okay? I gotta get in my shift around like 7 to 8. You know what I mean? And then you get off at like maybe like 5 in the morning. 5 or 6 a.m., something like that. That's actually manageable. And then you go to sleep and you do the same thing over again. Like later in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that'll be tough. They need to actually make something like that to where like you basically have to monitor like robots and shit over the nighttime. And it's like, I'm not gonna say it's a dangerous job. I mean, yeah, shit. If it gotta be worth the paycheck, if it's gonna be a dangerous job, but it has to be a dangerous job. Like it has to be a risk, but not a risk at the same time. Like I don't really know how to explain it to you. Like it basically, cause I think, yeah, I would definitely do that. No bullshit.
Era of accessible free video games.
Like, and bro, I remember being younger, I used to like literally wish that FNAF was real, bro. It's cause it's like this when I'm older, right? I want to work at a place like that and then just be getting like money from every time I go in there at nighttime and I'm just clocking in. You know what I mean? Clocking out, clocking in. Cause I feel like I can survive it, bro. No bullshit. Because all you gotta do is like your adrenaline literally gonna catch up to you every night, so you're always gonna think quicker. So if you got a robot outside your door okay, do I want to hide under this table, or do I want to literally use my strong ass hands to literally unscrew this vent and go up in there and go to a whole nother room? You know what I'm saying? So,
World
yeah.
pandemics keeping
Your adrenaline will have you think
people
like
out
that.
of stores,
If
the
you
fact
was
that the
working there.
robots legitimately look like they want to eat our souls, thereby spawning generations of children
There should be
with
no reason they don't have a security guard for that.
chronic nightmares. But, you know, rumors of broken health codes and recycled pizza definitely ain't helping their bottom line.
This may be the last ad you ever see, because with the free ad block extension from Capital One Shopping, you...
So what is going on here? Looking around the internet, there seems to be plenty of evidence that Chuck E. Cheese serves pizza that looks stitched together. But from where I'm sitting, what seems to be lacking
I just
is
talked
real
about a whole situation that don't even have shit to do with the fucking video. I'm done.
evidence of slice recycling. I've yet to see any footage, for instance, of a Chuck E. Cheese employee carrying a pizza
You know what I mean?
back
That pizza
into
look
the
good as
kitchen.
shit, bro.
And let's be honest, in this age where anyone can doctor a photo for upvotes on Reddit, where judgment happens after reading a headline rather than reading the whole article, where all the evidence that you need to prove something is an N of 1, something smells wrong here. And I'm not just talking about the dead bodies stuffed inside of the suits. There are plenty of
Come on, that
unanswered
Chuck E. Cheese don't
questions in
fucking
this
have
Chuck E.
that.
Cheese conspiracy,
The fuck?
and we here at Food Theory aim to answer those questions today. I want to know what the corporate response from Chuck E. Cheese was, for one thing. Perhaps they have a perfectly sane explanation for it. I'm also curious to know whether Chuck E. Cheese is...
Bro, you my man, bro. I think these people's like literally PR trained companies, bro. So they're not going to speak out on it for real.
does still look like this.
They just wanna show everything through
over
actions.
a year after they got put on blast by the internet. Have they changed their ways now that the eyes of the world are off of them? Or are they confident that they have nothing to hide? Also, do pizzas at every Chuck E. Cheese restaurant turn out this way? Like, how common is this? And above all else, I want to know why. Why are the pizzas turning out to look all mismatched? Whether it's shady
Yo,
or
you
not,
my
they're
mans, bro. I don't think this nigga is coming home, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. As sad as it is, bro, I really don't think that nigga's coming home. Like, honestly. I don't think Lil Durk is coming home. If he do, he do. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But that's not my situation to speak on. But it's like, bruh. Like,
has to be a reason.
this ain't even
for it,
topic of
and
the
I
video. We
intend
gotta
to
chill.
determine what that reason is once and for all. Because rumors like this can do real damage. And if these rumors are indeed unfounded, then the internet needs to know, because that would mean Chuck E. Cheese is really getting the short end of the awkwardly sized pizza slice. In the aftermath of that massive Chuck E. Cheese video, CEC Entertainment, Chuck E.'s parent company, had this to say, quote, "No conspiracies here. Our pizzas are made to order and we prepare our dough fresh in restaurant, which means that they're not always perfectly uniform in shape, but always delicious," end quote. Okay, but no one was really doubting that the dough was prepared in restaurant. Like, the PR team, they saw people sharing these photos online and they watched the video exposés, and that was the accusation that they felt like they needed to defend themselves against. I mean, fresh dough is fine. I've had fresh dough from plenty of pizza places. I've made fresh dough myself. But those pizzas, including my own janky pizzas, never look as haphazard as these. Even in my worst looking pizzas made at home, I have never had a fresh dough look that just randomly juts out like this at awkward, sharp angles. It just doesn't happen that way. The stuff about the shape not being uniform misses the point entirely. This isn't about the fact that Chuck E. Cheese pizzas aren't perfectly round. It's that the pizzas don't look cohesive like every other pizza in existence does. The pieces straight up look like they originated from different pies. You can't expect me to believe the reason that this pizza's perimeter looks the way it does is because Chuck E. Cheese makes their dough, quote, fresh in restaurant. That's entirely irrelevant to what we're talking about here. All you guys had to do was say, we do not recycle other consumers' pizza, and you didn't do that. Suffice it to say, CEC's statement has a glossy PR feel to it that doesn't quite put my concerns at rest. By the way, the recycled slices fiasco isn't the only scandal plaguing Chuck E. Cheese at the moment either. In May, reports emerged that Chuck E. Cheese was selling its pizzas under a pseudonym on delivery apps. By rebranding themselves as Pascali's Pizza and Wings on Grubhub and other apps, CEC essentially found a way to trick adults into buying Chuck E. Cheese pizza. After they got caught, and got caught of course they did, a company spokesperson admitted to the pseudonym but insisted that the pizzas from Pascali's, which happens to be the name of another member of Munch's make-believe band, the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic band, were slightly different, having a thicker crust and more sauce. The spokesperson conceded, however, that Pascali's pizzas are made made in the same kitchen as Chuck E. Cheese's pizza with the exact same ingredients. Oh, what a bad look. So Chuck E. Cheese has weathered more scandals in the past couple of years than any wholesome pizza place for kids should. But are the scandals of their own making? Does Chuck E. Cheese deserve to get dragged like this? I just can't bring myself to believe that any multinational restaurant chain could do something so dangerous, so brazenly illegal as intentionally recycling leftover pizza slices. Like, I don't care how much of a cheapskate you are, that is just a new level of low. Perhaps there's a benign explanation for why their pizzas look all Frankenstein together. Like, maybe they stitched together slices from fresh pizzas rather than used pizzas. Sure, it'd be a weird company policy, but it's no weirder than recycling slices and sending them through the oven twice. What I'm saying is that the recycled slices theory is a bold accusation with potential legal ramifications. If recycling slices is company-wide policy, I have to believe employees would be sounding the alarm about it loud and clear. So what I want is evidence of wrongdoing. I want to see those leftover slices actually get carried back into the kitchen, because photos of strange-looking pizzas just aren't enough. Sure, it looks as though their crust edges don't line up, but what gives me pause is that the interior points of each slice are scattered about. That is to say, the crust edges might line up if the pieces were arranged with the points touching at the middle. Same goes for the pepperoni halves that don't line up. For one thing, I feel like some of those could have just been pushed down by the blade into the crevices between slices. For another, I've cut enough pizzas to know that sometimes one of those pepperoni halves will just stick to the blade. So we here at Food Theory did what we always do when we need more info. We ran an experiment ourselves. Now, all the Chuck E. Cheese dining rooms near us were closed due to COVID, so we can only go inside for takeout orders. Let's go get some pizza, shall we? If I don't come out,
He dead. Wait, I never knew this nigga revealed his face.
An animatronic suit, okay?
It's an entertaining video. He actually went out and tested
Chuck E.
it.
Cheese restaurant.
I didn't think he was dead ass.
Restaurant had a real FNAF vibe to it. Of course, doesn't say anything about their pizza, but hey, you can't just let Five Nights at Freddy's stuff slide without mentioning it.
Innocent construction project or building a sister location underneath Chuck E. Cheese?
Mysterious construction out front, you know it's
Shut your corny ass up, nigga.
underground bunker. Now, in an effort to get reliable results, we expanded upon internet experiments by looking at a larger number of pizzas from numerous restaurants across multiple days. Steph and I tackled the East Coast, while Food Theory field researcher and Tootsie Pop champion Amy covered the West Coast. Amy, I might add, wasn't quite as creeped out by the empty restaurants as I was.
Why are y'all so fucking corny? Just do the review. What the fuck?
If you're so profitable,
Bro, y'all not dead ass right now. Just do
Here
the
you go.
review.
I don't care. It's all free. I'm giving it away. We have like 6 different courses in here. The same strategy
Yo, that shit
made
just
me a
that
full-time
shit just
trader.
blew me, bro.
We have like
Between the two of us, we ordered 10 pizzas from 5 different Chuck E. Cheese locations. We also made sure to get the pizzas in a variety of different ways. Some we picked up as takeout, some we ordered on various delivery apps. We even ordered a couple pizzas from Pascali's Pizza and Wings, just to see what the heck is up with that one. I was especially curious to see how many of the pizzas, if any, would look stitched together. Obviously, the eyes of the world have been on Chuck E. Cheese for the past couple of years, so I was curious to see whether the restaurant capitulated and changed their pizza-making process as a result. And as soon as we opened the boxes, we had our answer. Chuck E. Cheese has made 0 changes. Their pizzas look the way that they've always looked, which is janktacular.
It definitely looks like this piece doesn't belong. It looks like this piece doesn't belong. But it's actually like hard to jigger it into a shape
Oh,
that
y'all, wait, that's dead ass. Wait.
looks like it should be the pizza shape.
In all, I'd say 3 of the 10 pizzas have that Frankenstein-y quality to them. It's clearly not your prettiest pizza. And the delivery method had nothing to do with it. The reason we ordered some of them is...
Wait, so you mean to tell me they dead ass will put pepperoni on one side and they will put cheese on the other side? I didn't know they do shit like that.
takeout was just so we could eliminate any jostling from the delivery process as a variable. Steph and I
But on
also
some real shit though, y'all making me hungry, man. Like, I ain't never had Chuck E. Cheese pizza. I feel like that shit would be actually be tough. That should be tough as hell. Like, no bullshit. I'm thinking about doing that. Because I ain't had Little Caesar in a while. I just had it like 2 weeks ago, bro. That shit was good.
pizza box right there outside of the restaurant in the parking lot, and it had crust and pepperonis that didn't line up. So I am confident that whatever is happening in these pizzas, it's happening in the kitchen. That means if we're gonna crack this mystery, we need to get eyes in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. So Team Theorist reached out to 2 real-life Chuck E. Cheese employees for interviews. One of the interviewees, who requested to go by their Reddit username The Hoove, was a CEC employee at 2 different Chuck E. Cheese locations in 2 different cities, and worked there years before the viral video that set this conspiracy theory on fire. The other, who also asked to go by their Reddit username Classy_Corpse, is a current employee who began working after that viral video was released. Both have experience bussing tables at Chuck E. Cheese, meaning if the recycled slices theory is or was ever CEC policy, they would have been specifically responsible for taking the slices back into the kitchen. Furthermore, both employees have some first-hand knowledge of the kitchen and the pizza making process. The 2 written interviews were conducted independently of one another, yet we received similar answers from both of our interviewees, who both completely rejected the notion that Chuck E. Cheese might recycle their slices. According to the current CEC employee, quote, "The recycled pizza is definitely a myth. Believe me, even the staff would never think of doing such a thing." And the former employee agreed, writing, quote, "No, having worked at 2 different locations, I have never seen ever anyone even think this was a good idea. It just isn't worth it to CEC to do this." They were equally unified in their responses when we asked about the possibility of leftover food being taken back to the kitchen. Both employees agreed that it's something that just doesn't happen. CEC entertainment policy is that leftover food be thrown out in the thank you boxes, aka their name for the trash bins in the dining room and game floor areas. And the current CEC employee explained that this policy is followed by employees. Quote from them, "When I bust the tables, we dump any excess food in the trash bins out on the game room floor. We don't bring any food back to the kitchen unless someone demands to reheat their pizza, to which we have to oblige." And our own field experiments support these claims. Remember, we ordered all of our pizzas during lockdown. I even bought myself a Chuck E. Cheese face mask as a keepsake. There are obviously some downsides to doing an experiment during a pandemic, but in this case, it actually helped us. Because the dining rooms are closed at every restaurant that we ordered a pizza from, we know for a fact that none of our 10 pizzas came from other customers' leftovers, because there are no customers in the restaurant to leave leftovers. COVID actually allowed us to control an entire variable that otherwise we couldn't have controlled. And as a result, when we opened our pizza boxes and saw Frankenstein-y looking pizzas, it really told us something. It told us that there is no way that leftovers are part of this mystery. When leftovers are removed from the equation, Chuck E. Cheese's pizzas just still
Why the
come
fuck
out
do it
looking
look like
this.
that? Wait, no.
So there must
Yo,
be
these is real
another
videos.
explanation. I'm sorry for ever doubting you, Chuck. It's okay, man, Pat. I forgive you. However, before I list the recycled slices theory as 100% theorist certified false, there's a huge question left
Dude,
to
y'all
answer.
do realize, bro. Y'all do realize covering up for Chuck E. Cheese could be part of their pay, right? It really could be. So that could be like an extra $10 to their check, or they can really pay these niggas more for covering for them, bro.
This is kind of looking so mismatched. Like, there are a gazillion other pizza companies out there. Why is it that Chuck E. Cheese is like the only one in existence to have these freaky looking ones? The current CEC employee we interviewed had a surprisingly simple answer for this. An answer that I kind of feel like CEC Entertainment should have just come out and said for themselves when this whole conspiracy theory hit the fan a couple years ago. According to the employee, quote, "The uneven topping look comes from the blade we use. The rocking blade has next to no edge on it for safety reasons. Therefore, it's an absolute pain when it comes to cutting pizzas with it, which is what gives it the Frankenstein look, if you will. If you want to find the other half of your pepperoni slice, it's slipped to the inside of the cut." And the former employee added that the process of transferring the pizzas from the cooking rack onto the cutting board and finally onto the serving tray is also contributing to the jostled appearance that some of the pizzas have. Our field experiments support these claims as well. Food theory field researcher Amy specifically noticed that the Chuck E. Cheese slices were surprisingly lightweight. They didn't have a lot of sauce or cheese holding the pieces together.
So I will say this. These pieces of pizza don't seem very weighty. They don't have a lot of crust to them. They don't have a lot of toppings, even if you ask for extra. And so I feel like when they're getting cut up, if it's done really roughly, it's really easy to just throw these pieces of pizza around.
So it all comes down to the pizza rocker that they use to cut the pieces. The blades are dull, and as a result, they wreck the pizzas more than a sharpened blade otherwise would. Ironically, it's a safety...
You know what I would do? I would test this out, y'all. What I would do is, I would find out where Chuck E. Cheese buy they little blades from. Buy one of those. buy a little homemade pizza from like, let's say Walmart or some shit. Get it, cook it, try to cut it with that motherfucker. Just get something that's like a light slice of pizza, bro, and then you do a heavy pizza as well. And then you slice it with the joint, and if all the pieces start going all over the place, you do it. Do that, and then you start to get uneven, you got your answer. So are they willing to do that, or are they willing to, sit over here and just do like 3D experiments on, like animated experiments on the pizza? That's my question. But yeah. Oh shit, what the fuck?
Policy that Chuck E. Cheese has in place that's led to a conspiracy theory accusing them of serving unsafe pizza. Now, remember how we also got those pizzas from Pascali's Pizza and Wings? The pizzas that CEC Entertainment claims are thicker, have more sauce? Well, since they're being prepared in the exact same kitchen as Chuck E. Cheese pizzas, that means Pascali's pizza should hold up better against the dull pizza rockers being used in those kitchens. After all, it's more substantial and has more sauce holding the pieces in place, right? And that's actually exactly what we found. Neither of the pizzas delivered from Pascali's really showed any Frankenstein-y attributes, whereas 3 of the 8 of the Chuck E. Cheese pizzas did. So there you have it, friends. The Chuck E. Cheese recycled slices conspiracy theory is hereby declared 100% theorist-certified false. Do the pizzas come out looking wacky sometimes? Absolutely. But there's nothing illegal or unsafe behind it. If anything, the restaurant's guilty of being overly safe. Just don't tell that one to the animatronics. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory.
This nigga. Hey yo, get her corny ass out the video, man. Hey, we don't want to see that. We don't want to see that, okay? We don't want to see that, okay? She's corny as fuck. She like a Roblox character in 2016. I'm not finna talk shit about this girl the whole time, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to see if we got a Chuck E. Cheese in Philly. I'm about to go get me some pizza or something, man, because that's... Let me really see this. I think they really do, because I went to one when I was younger. Let me see. Let me see what one at. Do they have one in Philly? Pensport, Northeast Shopping Center. Oh, them, they all far as shit. I just realized Philly don't have a bunch of the places that you need to be going to. Like, they don't have Chuck E. Cheese. They don't got Macy's over here anymore. Nothing. Damn. We getting a lot of shit removed from us. I don't know what the fuck y'all doing, but they removing a lot of the things out of the city, man. I only need a couple things. But yeah, I kind of feel like the Chuck E. Cheese reusing pizza was actually false too. I'm not even gonna lie to you, cause you really just gotta think about it like this, bro. This is like a $1 billion industry, like $1 million industry. So why wouldn't they be able to afford dough and sauce and cheese and pepperoni and all that type of stuff? Why wouldn't they be able to afford their products for pizza, to make pizza? Let's really think about that. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That's the end of the video. Y'all be safe out there. Shit. Y'all let me know if Chuck E. Cheese pizza good, bro. I might try that shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Tell me, is it better than Little Caesars? Cause Little Caesars to me, I feel like that's the most underrated pizza ever in my opinion. Like, bro, Little Caesars ain't nothing ever gonna top Little Caesars, man. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. We out. We bipping. Y'all stay safe. We out. I just said that twice. My fault. We out. We bipping, y'all. That's part of the intro.